Alrighty, here we go. Paradox Brothers against Mai, and I've been out the loop for a few days with Yugioh. A lot happened. I was watching the Olympics, and for all the wrestling fans who also come here to watch Yugioh, oh, how good was SummerSlam? I stayed up all night. SummerSlam started in Western Australia. It started at 7 in the morning, so I stayed up all night because I wouldn't wake up at 7 in the morning. I watched all the way through to Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa's entrance, and then I nodded off and I woke up and it was in like the post-show. And I rewound it and I rewatched the main event a little bit later that day. But the whole card, all seven matches were fire, and we saw some betrayal. We also saw a return of someone who we've been wanting to see. If there's anyone who haven't seen SummerSlam yet, I won't pull any spoilers, but if you're a wrestling fan, definitely see it. It was a good PLE. Alright, we started off. Paradox Brothers have gone with the face down. Mai's perspective. She's got some good opening cards. There's Dean Keto. And Mai also, strong deck. Paradox Brothers currently are unbeaten in the Duelist Kingdom tournament. Mai throws down the Dark Hole early, so she will be able to get a Harpy Lady Sisters to the field as well. Always a bit of a risk throwing your Dark Hole down that early, but it will cause a lot of damage to the Paradox Brothers' life points. As an unbeaten duelist, you want to jump on them quick. Alright, she does also have Follow Wind, and she does play that now. And equips that to Harpy Lady. So, 1950 and 16 is 3550. So 3550 take 8,000, so 4450 is what Paradox Brothers should have, if my math is mathing. It is 4450. Alright, so Mai now with 9,000 life points, Paradox Brothers at 4450. Mai is more than double the Paradox life points, and it's only on their second turn. So Mai has got off to a flying start. And there's a face down from Paradox, and straight to the end phase. So Mai might pick up a quick win here. Oh, it's another Harpy Lady. Clutch draw. Now, how do you attack here? Do you go with Harpy Lady Sisters? She does. Makes it a sure thing. It's a Sangan. Alright, 16 and 13 is 29. And they're all going to be direct attacks. So 29 take 4450 is 1550. Is it? Yeah, 1550. I get another one right. My math, maybe my math skills are getting better while this series commentates. And, alright, so Paradox Brothers now with 6 cards in hand. And there's a face-down defense. And anything else? Paradox Brothers, alright, there goes a face-down spell or trap. They got to do something quick. They're getting absolutely hammered in this one, which we haven't seen. We've never seen Paradox Brothers get absolutely hammered like this. Down goes Cyber Shield. And Mai equips that to the Harpy Lady Sisters. And decides to activate Mystical Space Typhoon just anyway, and it was a remove trap. So the Paradox Brothers look like they haven't really drawn. Well, then again, Giant Soldier of Stone, that's a good defensive card, but wow, Mai has absolutely obliterated the Paradox Brothers in this first match. It only went 6 turns. Very, very quick win by Mai, and the Paradox Brothers will now have to win 2 in a row against what is a pretty decent attacking deck. So we could be looking at the Paradox Brothers' first loss in this season. They are currently unbeaten. KA2 Des Scissors. I wonder what that card does. Alright, Mai wins the Rock, Paper, Scissors and elects to go first. Okay, we are from the Paradox Brothers' perspective now. Guardian of the Throne and Stone Armadillo are the two monsters. Both of them have 800 attack. Protector of the Thrones of 1500 defense. Stone Armadillos are 12. And they have picked up a Dark Hole as well. So some good spell and trap. They do also have a trap hole on the field as well. So that's not a bad start. Maya's only got the face down. Let's see what she pulls this time. A face down spell or trap. And straight to the end phase. So no attack as of yet. There's Prisman. Stone Armadillo is set. And to the end phase. So neither duelist has launched an attack yet. And straight to the end phase for the Paradox Brothers. Oh, sorry, for Maya, not the Paradox Brothers. So she hasn't drawn as strong a hand as this time. We're up to turn 6 already, and by turn 6, the last duel was already over. So very different match this time. Now, Paradox Brothers do have a Shadow Ghoul. And that'll gain 100 points for every monster in their graveyard. There currently aren't any in there. Mai now with another face down defense. Remember, Paradox Brothers do still have that trap hole, so if Mai goes for a tribute or a summon of any kind, that trap hole can activate. Alright, Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, number 1 to the field. It's a 1400 attack. And, ooh, Widespread Ruin is activated from Mai, so she's elected to block the attack. So the reasoning behind that very well could be that she wants to tribute, because you wouldn't usually play a Widespread Ruin on a Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress. Not on a 1400 attack. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There is 2 tributes, and Mai only has 1 monster that's 7 stars, and that is the Harpy's Pet Dragon. Oh, she had a Sangan face down as well, so she'll be able to activate Sangan's effect. Trap Hole will activate, so Mai will lose the Harpy's Pet Dragon straight away. Sangan's effect will activate still, so Mai will be able to pull, and there we see it, a Harpy Lady. However, Mai's field is now empty. And straight to the end phase, she doesn't play any spell or traps. There's Minamushi Warrior, and if you're the Paradox Brothers, yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it. They got 3 monsters on, and ironically, they all have 800 attack. They've all got different defense, but they've all got 800 attack, so 8 by 3 is 24, plus 13 will be 3,700 points of damage straight off of Maya's life points now, so she'll be down to 4,300 after all these attacks are done. And the Paradox Brothers do still have that Shadow Ghoul looming in their hand as well. Another good attacking monster as well. So Maya's got a bit to overcome here. She did win the last match, and if she gets a win here, Paradox Brothers will be able to pick up their first loss, but it's looking like Paradox Brothers. But then again, Maya does have a Harpy Lady now since Sangan was destroyed from the last turn. And there it is, 1,300. Now, what equip cards does she have? There's Elegant Egotist, that'll allow her to get Harpy Lady Sisters to the field. Although, unknowing to Mai, she doesn't know what's in Paradox Brothers' hand, but there is that Dark Hole. So Mai likely is going to lose all the monsters on her field next turn anyway. There's 1,600 onto Harpy Lady, and there is Cyber Shield, and that's equipped to Harpy Lady Sisters for 2,450. And another Cyber Shield. So Maya's sloped down 3 equip cards. 2,950 for the Harpy Lady Sisters. That is a massive amount of points. It's even stronger than Sanga. In fact, it's 800 off of Gate Guardian, which probably is never going to be legitimately summoned. Alright, a lot of damage. A lot of damage done to the Paradox Brothers there. They're down to 5,550 on life points, and they go straight for that Dark Hole. And a good decision to get those Harpy Ladies and those Harpy Lady Sisters off the field. There's a Giant Soldier of Stone. Mai does only have 2 cards in her hand as well. Oh, they're thinking about it. Okay, they've opted to summon instead of go for the defense. Do a bit more damage with life points. So Mai down to 3,000 points. That is a big risk from the Paradox Brothers, because if they put Soldier of Stone in defense, they almost get that guaranteed summon of Shadow Ghoul next turn. And face down defense. The Paradox Brothers took a risk and it did pay off. Massive, massive risk though, but there goes the Giant Soldier of Stone. They drew Wall Shadow as well, which... Alright, Shadow Ghoul's up to 2,200. It does get 100 points for every monster in the graveyard, and it's another Sangan. So with Sangan, Maya will be able to pull likely a Harpy Lady, and she does, to her hand. But at 2,200, it's quite a task to get that over Shadow Ghoul. Alright, face down for Mai, face down spell or trap. And she's having a bit of a think. And she's activated D-Spell. Now what's happened there? Has she given up maybe? She just wants to show what's in her hand because she has... But then again, she's still played a face down defense. Oh, then again. Okay, I think she may have gone to set D-Spell. Now this game is very, very unforgiving with misclicks. So if she meant to play D-Spell on the field, oh, and there's a Harpy Lady. She had to throw that down to defend her life points. So she's had, maybe she was just showing us what card she had, thinking that she was going to lose this duel, but I don't think so. I would say that it was probably a misclick. Yeah, okay, it was. Have that called out, yeah. So when you go through your hand, you can set D-Spell and remove trap, but as soon as you have something on the field, the activate button will take priority for your first option. And yes, it is very, very easy to misclick, but in the end, I don't think it's actually going to make any difference because Maya has played down 2 more spell or traps. None of them went onto the Harpy Lady, so she had nothing to play anyway, so I don't think the D-Spell getting rid of a remove trap would have made any difference. So we are at 1-1. And Maya and the Paradox Brothers will have to play a tiebreaker for a season point. So the Paradox Brothers, for the moment, have kept their undefeated streak alive. That's a legendary Ebon Steed. I saw equipped to a 6 Samurai monster. The 6 Samurai deck, that is a very, very cool deck. I had that as a structure deck back in the day. Oh, here we go. Now that is a massive opening hand from Maya, and her first turn is hers. And down goes a Harpy Lady. Oh, she goes for Elegant Egotist as well. That is also a risk. Remember, the Paradox Brothers do have a Dark Hole, and they do have a Fissure. And down goes Follow Wind as well. That puts Harpy Lady Sisters to 2250, and Black Pendant will put Harpy Lady to 1800. That's very risky for Maya to use her whole hand on turn 1. Because if the Paradox Brothers have a Dark Hole... Oh, Soul Exchange. Just as good. Not quite as devastating as the Dark Hole, but still devastating enough. And there you see it, the Harpy Lady Sisters have been tributed for Monster Tamer, which is an 1800 attack. And the Paradox Brothers, they don't get a battle phase if they activate the Soul Exchange. Alright, there's Sangan. And Mai elects to keep the Harpy Lady on the field. She does have a Sakuretsu armor on the field as well. Paradox Brothers may decide to get Harpy Lady off the field with Monster Tamer. Down goes Minamushi Warrior. And it looks like that's what the Paradox Brothers are going to opt to do, and it is. So they've decided to attack with Monster Tamer. Mai will activate Sakuretsu Armor to save her Harpy Lady. Paradox Brothers would want that Harpy Lady off the field given the amount of equipped cards and Elegant Egotist that will go with the Harpy Lady. There goes Sangan. That will allow Mai to draw another Harpy. And with only 1300 attack, Minamushi Warrior won't be able to defend the Paradox Brothers field. You know, Minamushi Warrior was another card I used quite a lot in Forbidden Memories. Under 1300, a Warrior and a Rock Monster together. As long as their attacks are both under 1300, you could fuse them together into Minamushi Warrior. There's Dispel. Maybe Mai won't activate it this time by accident. 500 points off Paradox and 1300, so they're down to 6200. And Mai with the early advantage here, 2 good monsters on the field. Although she has used everything in her hand, so if anything goes wrong here, then she will be in trouble very quickly. And Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, that'll be able to destroy the weaker Harpy Lady. So there we go, one of the Harpy Ladies is gone. Mai does only have 3 of them. And Mystical Space Typhoon, it's a handy card. And Mai will attack with her Harpy Lady on that Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, number 1. And the Paradox Brothers in trouble. Their field is empty. They're down 2100, is it? Yeah, they're down 2100 life points. And they're staring down an 1800 attacking Harpy Lady. There's a face down defense. And straight to the end phase. Okay, Follow Wind. That will be equipped to Harpy Lady. That'll be 2100 attack now, so it'll be getting over most of the Paradox Brothers' defenses, says Stone Armadillo. He also has a interesting description as well, like Hero of the East and Anthrosaurus as well. Stone Armadillo also has one of those New Yorker style accent descriptions on card. Alright, there's a monster reborn. And Mai is going to bring back the Harpy Lady sisters, and the Paradox Brothers now, they are in big trouble. Mai is building up that army of attacking forces, and the Paradox Brothers aren't able to defend right now. Alright, 2100, there goes Rock Ogre Grotto. And now Harpy Lady Sisters with 1950, 3850 now for the Paradox Brothers. And they got to pull something out quick, otherwise they're going to lose this match and pick up their first loss for the season. 5 cards in hand. Oh, and there it is. There is the Dark Hole. It is played. It didn't come from the far right of their hand, or the far left if you're looking from this perspective. So they may have had that in their hand. They may have just been waiting for the perfect time to play that, and they've, although they haven't played any monsters. My draws, ooh, another Sangan, so another clutch draw. So with just a face down spell or trap, and Mai's thought twice about it. She's played Mystical Space Typhoon to get rid of that face down. Oh, and he's baited her. It was only a Magical Labyrinth, so not much for a Mystical Space Typhoon, just to get rid of a Magical Labyrinth. I mean, it's only going to stop Wall Shadow from getting to the field, which isn't that big of a threat. So Mai with Sangan. The Paradox Brothers are down to 2350. There's a face down defense. And we're back to Mai. There's a Cyber Shield. So if Sangan... Okay, Sangan's going for an attack. Usually... Oh, and it's Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress number 2. That is strong enough to destroy Sangan. But the Paradox Brothers might not necessarily want to destroy Sangan because it will give Mai another Harpy. So leaving Sangan on the field might actually be the better move here. Mai's still got plenty of life points, so there's no risk in her attacking with Sangan. And oh, it's a tribute of Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress 2 for Shadow Ghoul, which gets to 2200, as it did in the last duel as well. 2200 is a lot safer to attack with. It was a good play by the Paradox Brothers. They elected not to destroy Sangan. And now my draw's the Harpy Lady, and with Cyber Shield, that'll only be at 1800. So, good play by the Paradox Brothers to wait. They were patient. And it's paid off. And, oh, there's Follow Wind. Oh, and it won't be enough. That'll only get Harpy Lady to 2100. Oh, there's no point throwing it all down just so it can get destroyed. She does have 6,700 life points in the bank, so she could... And it looks like she will. She'll go straight for the end turn. She's going to hope for another equip card to get drawn. This time she manages to set D-Spell. Alright, 2,200 points off of although Paradox Brothers didn't play anything else. Oh, Cyber Shield, that'll do it. That will do nicely for Alright, there's Cyber Shield number 1, that'll be 1800. Cyber Shield number 2, that will be another 500, up to 2300. Up to 2600 with Follow Wind. My plays the entire stock pool of equip cards to get a Harpy Lady to 2600. And she goes after Shadow Ghoul. That's 500 points off the Paradox Brothers. They're down to 1950, getting low on points. Mai with 4,500. She's gonna be tough to stop now. Is there another twist in this game? Paradox Brothers having a bit of a think. Guardian of the Labyrinth in attack mode. That's... Oh, Ryoku! They have just played a Ryoku, and that's going to halve the attack of Harpy Lady and put that onto Guardian of the Labyrinth. That's now 2,300. That's 1,000 points off Maya and the loss of that Harpy Lady. That is a... Oh, what a card Ryoku is. Ryoku has absolutely ripped Maya apart. Oh, Shadow of Eyes. Not now. The Paradox Brothers are so close to losing their first match. But it looks like Maya... Is she run out of Harpy Ladies? Was that the third one that's been destroyed? I think it might be. Because she's lost one from a Dark Hole. Winged Dragon destroyed another, and that one just... Yeah, I think Maya's out of Harpy Ladies. Which means she's got nothing else to really play if all three of those Harpy Ladies... And she's used her Monster Reborn. She's got nothing else to fight with, I don't think. You know, unless she gets two Harpies chick to the field or something, but... No, there's a Tribute, and there's Millennium Golem. In exchange for that Guardian of the Labyrinth, there's 2,000 points off Mai. She's down to 500. And what does she get here? Okay, there's a Harpy Girl, but may just be delaying the inevitable here. She's put that in defense mode. With no more Harpy Ladies, she can't get those Harpy Lady sisters to the field, and it wouldn't matter anyway. Millennium Golem at 2,000. Alright, another draw from the Paradox Brothers. They just need a monster, and this duel would be over. But it looks like they have no other ones to play. Harpy Girl is destroyed, and it's only a matter of time, I think. Oh, and there it is. There is Mountain. Mai plays it anyway, but with Shadow of Eyes and a D-Spell on the field, she can't do anything else. It looks like this match is going to go to the Paradox Brothers. Mai came so close to victory. What a match this third game was. It was a great match between the two of them. We saw an absolute crushing victory in the first match, and we saw a decent match in the second, but this third one, wow, this one really come down to the wire. The Paradox Brothers pick up the win, and with that being said, I now have quite a task ahead of me getting Seeker and Esperoba's duel done. I won't reveal too much, but that one's going to be presented a little bit differently, because if I present it the way I normally do, that duel is going to take over an hour, and I'm going to find a different way to present that so we don't have to sit for a full hour. Anyway, I'm going to head off and get that produced. Let's pull up the season bracket and have a look at who is playing next just before I head off of this. Here we go. All right. Paradox Brothers defeated Maya in this one. We will have Weevil and Panic in the next, and there is the standings as well for those keeping score. All right, I'm going to go get Seeker and Seeker and Esperoba's duel produced. We'll see you in maybe about an hour or so, because that video still might be quite long, but we'll see. To all those who tune in, thanks for the support. Take care, stay safe, farewell.